Yo, what's good everyone? This is Ayo Boxing from Madiba, and we're here to talk about Vasily Lomachenko's next move. So in the biggest fight in his career, Lomachenko lost to Devin Haney in a controversial decision this past weekend, with the majority of boxing fans thinking that Loma deserved to win in a close competitive fight, and many are screaming robbery. Personally, I thought that Loma won the fight, but I didn't think it was a robbery. It was a close fight that could have been a draw or gone Haney's way. But it is what it is. Loma lost to Haney, and Loma was visibly upset. He truly thought that he won the fight, and I don't blame him. You could tell that he was mad in the post-fight interview, saying that Haney's not pound for pound. He cried in the locker room, and in the post-fight press conference, his father said that they're going to appeal the decision. His dream of becoming undisputed was taken away, and at the age of 35, his chances of going undisputed are slim. So the question is, what's Lomachenko's next move? Loma's next move really depends on Devin Haney. Devin Haney is the undisputed champion, and he really believes that he won that fight. He's also a free agent, so he has a lot of leverage and can pretty much dictate who he wants to fight next. The best thing that could happen for Loma is getting a rematch. Many fans already thought that Loma won the fight, and many fans want to see a rematch. And truth be told, the rematch would be even bigger than the first fight. This would give Haney the opportunity to prove that he's the better fighter and deserve to win in the first fight, but it would also bring him more fame and notoriety and be the biggest payday of his career, and there's a chance that this could happen. Haney looks up to Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd was a guy who rematched all of his controversial fights, Castillo and Maidana, to prove the haters wrong. Haney might be compelled to do the same thing, but there's a chance that the rematch doesn't happen. Like stated before, Haney believes that he beat Loma, and he just came off of a rematch with Kambosos that was 2 fights in a row with Kambosos, so maybe Haney wants to move forward in a different direction. Haney has options. He can stay at lightweight or he can move up to 140. If Haney moves up to 140, then Loma should fight Shakur Stevenson next. Shakur believes that Loma won the fight, and it should be him versus Loma for undisputed instead of Devin Haney. This basically means that Shakur is still willing to fight Loma. And why not? Loma's stock didn't drop this past weekend, it rose. Loma versus Shakur would be a good ass fight. That's something I want to see, and the fans would want to see as well. Bob Arum has expressed interest in making that fight as well, and if Haney moves up, then that fight could be a title fight for the vacant WBC belt. That fight just makes perfect sense. But if Haney stays at 135, Haney will most likely fight Shakur or Tank Davis next. If Haney fights Tank Davis next, then Loma should fight Shakur. But if Haney fights Shakur next, then the situation becomes tricky for Loma. Loma is a top-ranked fighter, and I don't see Bob Arum having a cross-promotional fight involving Loma at this stage in his career. Arum is reluctant in making a Shakur vs Tank fight due to the risk of losing money. So what makes you think that he'll do the same with Loma? Loma would have to fight a top-ranked fighter, but who would he fight? What name makes sense for a 35-year-old veteran? Keyshawn Davis? I doubt it. I don't think that Loma wants to be a glorified gatekeeper, so I doubt he has interest in fighting contenders and prospects. So maybe he can go down to 130. Loma was at his absolute peak fighting at 130, and there's a good chance that he can still make the weight again. He could fight for a title right away as well. Navarrete and Oscar Valdez will be fighting this August for the WBO belt at 130, and both are top-ranked boxers. Loma could fight the winner and become a champion, but going undisputed at 130 would be very hard to do because the other 3 belts are with different promotions. Would Loma be satisfied with that? I don't think so. Loma is in a tough situation right now, and he has a lot of soul-searching to do. Low-key, I can foresee Loma retiring soon. He's older, his opportunity to become undisputed is gone, and there's a war in his country. Valid reasons to retire from the sport. Loma might pull a Marvin Hagler and retire off a controversial loss because of a bad decision from the judges. But who knows, this is boxing, anything can happen. But thank you for tuning in with Ayo Boxing with Madiba. Hit like and subscribe, and more content's coming your way.